Commercial
Okay,
break.
now.
Okay. Right now I'd like to bring up another gentleman who's not only a veteran of comedy, he's also a veteran of the Vietnam War. And he'll tell you a little bit more about that when he gets up here, but he's a fantastic gentleman, and I'm really honored to have him here today with me. Mr. Walt Maxam.
Thank you, Patrick. A little about myself right up front. I'm 65 years old. I've been married to the same wonderful woman for 44 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't clap for that shit. Calculate that in dog years. It's a very, very long time. But you know, the first 30 years we were married, though, we got to know each other's bodies, every curve, dip, luscious spot. Then we got fat. We had to start over. Starting over is cool, though. I figure it gives me another 10, 20 years to find that elusive G spot I've been looking for. I know every lady in this room, that G stands for good. My wife, it means gone. And I've tried everything to find it. I'm at the point now I'm hollering at the damn thing. What up, G? Not working. A friend of mine said, why don't you MapQuest it? So I did. It'll take 32 hours, 22 minutes, 14 seconds to get there. I'm an old man, people. I can't stay awake that long. Part of my problem is I'm old school. I do everything alphabetically. I started out looking for the A spot. She said, you're not putting it there. So I moved on to B. She said, no way, same as A. She's a sweetheart. We're just old people that like to do old people things. We go down to the mall a lot. Down there at the Tucson Mall, or as we call it now, the Martha Vasquez Mall. You've been down those malls, you've seen them old people walking around hand in hand, so in love. We were at the mall last week and my wife reached down and grabbed my hand. A tear came to my eye, the mere fact she still loved me. She said, don't get excited, honey. I'm just trying to keep you from picking your nose and scratching your ass at the same time. It's not funny because I itched. Yeah, all those little witticisms. I found a way to get even with her though. She wanted a home security system. Went down to Home Depot, $3,000. I'm an old man on a fixed income, I can't afford that. So I did the next best thing. I went to Walgreens, bought her Mr. Coffee, $29.95. Every night before she goes to bed, I make her drink a pot of coffee. Every hour when she gets up to pee, I said, hey, check out the house while you're up. It is secure. Technology scares us old people. It's all around us. All the youngsters got their iPhones, their Peapods, or banana berry, blueberry, dingleberry things. It's even followed us in the public restrooms, and the guys will back me up on this. A lot of public restrooms now have those automatic flush urinals. Maybe you've seen those. The whole concept is you go in there and you don't have to touch anything but yourself. And when you're done, it flushes. Great concept when it works. I was in one the other day, it started flushing. I thought I was done. Turned around and peed all over the guy next to me. Yeah, he was pissed. Grocery stores, same thing. You go in there and it's all about technology. I asked some young manager about his quick scan system, and he said, well, it's technology, sir. We want people to get used to our quick scan system. You know, do it yourself. I said, fuck you, you lazy bastard. You work here, you do it. Anybody out there with male dogs they've had neutered? By applause. Anybody? Thank you. Makes the joke much better. For you people that have had your male dogs neutered, there's a new product on the market. They're called Neuticals. What they are plastic testicles you can have surgically attached to your male dog. They claim it helps the dog's self-esteem. That dog pretty much lost his self-esteem humping on my leg. For you more affluent Tucsonians, they got the Mercedes-Benz version. They're made out of silicone, and the claim on those is that they feel real. I've had dogs all my life, and I've not once, and I repeat, not once, I've ever touched their balls. Who's doing this? And for every new product on the market, there's always some stoner sitting at home saying, I can make this better. So now they come in scents. You know, like you get the car wash, but instead of the cherry and vanilla, they got the crotch scent, the butt scent. In the case of Mr. Sandusky, the new puppy scent. Too soon? I'm happy to announce that this makes a year and a half cancer-free. Yeah. Had a little prostate problem back there in June of 2010. Operation went well, I guess. I don't know. I slept through it. Now they got me doing Kegel exercises. There's not a guy in here that knows what the hell I'm talking about, but every woman does. I don't know what a Kegel is, but I'm exercising the shit out of it, I'll tell you that.
You only know about
Just retired from an elementary school. I wasn't a teacher though, I controlled the air conditioning. Things have changed a lot since I was a kid in school. We tend to label these kids nowadays, don't we? We got that ADD kid, attention deficit disorder. You got the ADHD kid, attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity, which basically means he's as crazy as the first one, just a lot faster. Some things never change though. Little boys are still faster than little girls. Prove my point on that. Give a 12-year-old girl a fashion magazine. She'll spend 3, 4, 5 days reading that book. Give a 12-year-old boy a Hustler. A minute and a half, he's done. At 2 minutes, he's a man. Kids are fashion conscious, and I didn't say good fashion. Big ticket item of the little girls last year was a Princess t-shirt. They had a big princess on the front. They were all wearing them. I was talking to a group of young ladies one day, and another young lady coming down the hallway, obviously a poor child, her t-shirt said, "Guess." I don't know, bitch. Wrong answer. The boys are no better or no worse. They got them baggy-ass shirts and baggy-ass pants. We had that in the 50s, people. We called it Halloween. And the way they strut around, have you seen that? This is going to be a hard impersonation because I am not that young, but they just think they're so cool. We had that in the 50s too. It's called polio. Well, I got a lot of guys waiting to get up here, so I'm going to close out with this. I am a Vietnam vet. I spent a year up and down the rivers of Vietnam. Thank you. Spent a year up and down the rivers of Vietnam many years ago on a river patrol boat. And now I just go to conventions, continue bonding my fellow vets. Matter of fact, I just got back from a convention in Anaheim, California. If you can imagine 650 Vietnam vets in Disneyland. We taught that Disney crew a thing or two about their jungle ride. Scared the living shit out of a bunch of Japanese tourists. Decided to make a day of it and went over to another famous little ride, and lo and behold, once again I found myself going down a little river on a little boat surrounded by little people. Only this time they were singing an irritating little song. I won't sing it for you, but some of you ladies are going to go home tonight, and when your man gets undressed, you're going to look down and realize it's a small world after all. A lot of our vets came back from Vietnam with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. A lot of us didn't. We waited till we got back and got married. Only now it's called part-time stupid disorder. Because the ladies in the room will back me up on this. Us guys will say and do some stupid things. I'll give you some examples. 2 weeks ago, my wife found a book of matches in my pocket that had initials TDs on it. I'm familiar with that. I spent 2 hours trying to convince her that Ted Danson just opened a bar here in Tucson. Wanted to get her something special for her anniversary, so I thought I'd get her some of them edible panties that are real popular to the ladies right now. I said, "Hey honey, what's your favorite flavor?" She goes, "Why? I'm not the one eating them." PTSD. Well, while I was down there getting them panties, I picked up a book on 200 sexual positions. Going to spice things up a little bit. Halfway through the old person redo, I picked up a book on 200 sexual positions to spice things up a little bit. Halfway through the second 100, I realized something very important. You should be doing this with a partner. Last but not least, for you young guys out there, you might want to write this one down. If you're having anal sex with your wife or girlfriend and your butt hurts, you're doing it wrong. One last thing before I get out of here, I want to thank you guys for coming out on a Saturday morning, having a sense of humor, because a lot of people don't have one right now. My wife's a classic example. The other day she asked me to put gas in her car, so I got it and farted. No sense of humor. I was going down to the store. She said, hey, could you pick me up some sanitary napkins? Not a problem. Came back with a roll of Bounty, told her it was a quicker picker-upper. No sense of humor. We were making love the other night, and I whispered to her, sweetheart, could you talk nasty to me? I said, yeah, honey, here, get your fat ass off me. Thank you very much.
Walt Maxam, everybody.
Yeah.
Funny man. I think right now we're going to take a break, is that correct?
Yeah.
And do an interview?
Yeah.
Okay. We got some different shows and things that we are doing that we're going to promote as well. Some of the guys are involved in the same thing, so we're going to take a little bit of a break here, set up things, and do an interview with some of the comics you've seen and some that are on their way up here shortly. So thank you very much, and we'll see you in a couple of seconds.